Hey, what's going on, guys? This is xIgnight, and I am back. I know it's been forever since I last made a video. Rabbit's kind of been keeping our channel going the past few weeks, and for this video, before I get into anything, I'm going to start off by saying that this gameplay isn't the best. Like, I don't do all that well, but it's a fairly lengthy one, which is nice to kind of cover a lot of things that I need to talk about. And I honestly think that's a pretty intense game overall. So, sit back and enjoy the background as I serenade you with my lovely voice. So, to get started, this is Who's Take, and I kind of had to go back and watch Rabid's last Who's Take because I forgot what his topic was. But I do remember it, and it was mods. And before I get into that, I'm going to tell you guys that I've been extremely busy with a lot of personal stuff, a lot of school stuff, and kind of off topic, watch this move right here. Jump down, boom! Take him off guard and get, well, that wasn't first blood, but get a quick kill right there. Anyways, I've had a lot of personal stuff going on, and a lot of school stuff. I had a lot of quizzes and tests this past week, and I have another one on Thursday. But all that's beside the point. I just want to tell you guys, if you guys want to hear about what all has been going on in my life, I can do that in a separate video, but that's going to have to be a pretty long one to tell you all the stories that I have. So if you do want to hear that, let me know in the comment section below, and if not, then I'll just keep going from here. So, let's get into Who's Take. So Rabbit's topic was mods, and he talked about using them in single player versus multiplayer, and I kind of will too. Using mods or hacks in multiplayer, in my opinion, is just dumb, I guess. I mean, I don't like it. I hate when people use like modded controllers because it doesn't make you any... how do I word this? It doesn't make you any better of a player as you would... I mean, you might do better, but you're still bad. Because using a modded controller, that's not any skill on your part. You push a button somewhere on your controller that shoots a gun as fast as it can without being capped off, because they introduced a cap to where if you shoot too fast, it like delays your next shot for a little bit. I don't know all the specs behind it, but some people actually have a fast enough trigger finger to hit that cap just on their own, which is insane. But what modded controllers do, as a lot of you guys know, is they can actually do quite a few things, but the most well-known one is a rapid fire mod, and it shoots the gun that you're using, usually a single fire gun, like for Black Ops, like the FNFAL. I'll go into Modern Warfare 3, people use it on the Barrett 50 cal, they use it on the MK14, and it just shoots the guns, the single fire guns, as fast as possible without hitting that cap, so it stays right below that, but shoots consistently as fast as it can, right under that. So that's the whole deal with modded controllers, and I think that's dumb because people can run around with like an MK14, for example, and use it like any other assault rifle that's automatic, and that's an unfair advantage to me, or in my opinion, because the MK14 kills in 2 shots as it is, as most of the other assault rifles, I use the FAD for example, kills in 4 shots. So I realize some of the assault rifles kill in 3, but still that one bullet extra, especially in Modern Warfare 3, is the make it or break it, like you're alive or you're dead sort of a thing. It's a life or death scenario, so using hacks, mods, anything in a multiplayer setting, just don't do it, because you might enjoy it like it's just something fun to do, but nobody else enjoys what you're doing. Everybody wants to boot you out of the lobby, which you can't. Nobody wants to play with you, sort of a thing, and it's just dumb. And so that's my take on using mods in a multiplayer match. And actually, I'll go into single player, and I kind of agree with Rabbit to an extent. I agree with pretty much everything he said, where if you do it in a single player, who cares sort of a thing, you're modding your own game for your own personal benefit. It's not affecting anybody else, really. So say I'll use Borderlands Borderlands, for example, whichever one, Borderlands 1 or 2, whichever you would prefer. Say you used like a glitch or something that gives you an insane amount of health, like, I don't know, for a random number, like 50,000 health or something like that, then by all means go ahead and do that. I really don't care. But my take on that is, don't come to me like, if I know you, or if we're playing together online or something, if you do that and then come online and say, hey Ignite, look what I did, like, look what I have, and you show me your health that's at like 50,000, I'm not going to be impressed, because you didn't get that legitimately. I don't even think there's a way to get 50,000 health in Borderlands, but it's not impressive if you hack the game to essentially beat it that much easier, I guess. I mean, some people will hack a game, like, after they've beat it once, they'll go through and use hacks or mods or whatever to do it again, which I can kind of understand that more, because you've already beat it legitimately once, so using hacks or mods kind of spices it up again. It's not the same old game, playing the same old story and all that stuff. And one thing that Rabbit actually talked about was Combat Arms, and that was essentially it was a first-person shooter on the computer. A while back we used to play that, I want to say like 2 or 3 years ago, and we played the heck out of that game. It was a lot of fun. But one thing with that game, like, we tried to go back and play it now. Well, not anytime really all that recent, but we tried to play it a little while back, and with that game, if you're not hacking, you shouldn't play it, because there are so many people modding that game and hacking that game that you have to hack to even stand a chance. So, just overall, I guess my opinion on modding and hacking is, don't do it. I mean, if you want to do it in single player, go ahead, whatever helps you sleep at night, but don't do it in a multiplayer game, because nobody wants to play with you. So that's about all I have to say on that, and we got a little bit of time left, so I will bring up my next topic, and I don't know how in-depth I'll be able to go with the time I have left, but let's get started. So my topic for Rabbit is, what is your, I guess, take on priorities? I don't really know how else to word that. But for me, what got me thinking about it was, recently I haven't been able to put much effort into YouTube because I have been so jam-packed with my personal life, with school, with everything that's been going on, that I honestly just haven't had time to be able to make a YouTube video that would be any good. And I don't want to make a video that I don't put 110% effort into. I don't want to make a half-assed job video, or however you want to say that. I don't want to put in little to no effort into a video just to get one out there. So I just haven't been doing anything because I haven't had time and I don't want to rush out a video. So I've been kind of prioritizing school and family life and those sort of things over YouTube. And I personally don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because for me YouTube is more of a hobby, and sometimes people just can't get around to their hobbies. Like, say you play soccer for a hobby. Well, if you have school going on and you have homework, well, you gotta finish your homework before you can go play soccer. Your parents tell you that when you're growing up. It's always the rule, sort of a thing. And when you get to college, that's definitely a lot more, I guess, pronounced, for lack of a better word. You have to really stay on top of your game education-wise, and that might sound nerdy to a lot of people, but it's true. Once you get to college, you'll really realize it. So that's kind of the deal with me. Since YouTube is my hobby, if I have other things going, like school or family issues or anything like that, recently I've kind of been having car issues, which that's always fun. But if I have anything like that going on, like I have to take my car to the shop, I can't sit at home and make a YouTube video, because then the mechanic shop will close and I'm out of luck for my car, and then who knows what could happen with it. So that's kind of my, I guess, opinion on hobbies and priorities. And to kind of branch off of that, a lot of people I've noticed with like the big YouTubers like Whiteboy7th Street, just to name some of the big YouTubers, not him specifically, but with YouTubers like Syndicate, Whiteboy7th Street, Tmart, Woody's Gamertag, a bunch of people like that, if they, I guess, quote, disappear for a little bit, they sometimes get some hate, like, hey dude, why aren't you posting videos, like, what the heck? And I honestly think the people who do that, who get mad when they don't post a video in a day or two, or even longer than that, you gotta understand why. They have personal lives, like, they're not on YouTube all the time. They have things going on. Like, for Tmart, he's in school. For Woody's Gamertag, he's got to take care of his family. I mean, they all have different things going on, and you gotta respect that and know that they have a personal life as well. It's not YouTube all the time. And I'm not trying to say that they don't like respect their YouTubers or their subscribers and see them kind of as family and friends or whatever, but in a sense, I guess they're, this is gonna sound so bad, they're not as important as true, like, relative family, which I don't want to come off saying that, like, I don't care about my subscribers, because I do. I mean, I respect each and every one of you, and I'm really grateful that you're supporting Rabbit and I along this journey, but you gotta understand that they have lives too, and they have things that come up. Say, like, when Woody's Gamertag broke his hand, he kind of took you guys along with the journey, but say he couldn't have, if he tweeted out and said, hey, I broke my hand, I won't be able to make a video for a couple weeks, you gotta understand that. So that is my whole take on priorities. And Rabbit, just to kind of wrap things up, ask you again, what is your take on priorities? How do you see them? And until next time, guys, peace out.